Welcome again to another video on IFS and internal family systems for a part. So for today, we're going to focus on the inner critic part. And we're focusing on this because I've had quite a few requests to do a session with this part. And it's also a part that I think everyone identifies with to an extent. So, you know, your inner critic, if you're on a healing journey, for example, might be coming up around not doing enough to heal, or, you know, kind of criticizing you in some way, perhaps for being ill, you know, you're not good enough because you're ill, or in different ways. Or an inner critic, it might come up in terms of how you manage relationships or work or another area of your life. So just start to become aware of how your inner critic speaks to you. See if you can sense perhaps where you feel it in or around your body. And also being aware when there isn't an inner critic part, there's also going to be another part involved, or more than one part involved. So for example, a part that doesn't feel good enough. I think also like something like the achiever can be involved, the part that, you know, is like, unless I'm achieving X, Y, and Z, or unless I'm helping in this way, then I'm not good enough. So just to be aware of how the inner critic might be working in relationship with other parts in the system. And for now, just becoming aware of the voice of the inner critic. You know, I seem to have my hand over here. It's like I sense my inner critic would be over here, but perhaps for you, it's somewhere else. And just see if you can get a bit of space from your inner critic part, like you're observing it. And actually, all parts of us are there to protect us in some way or for our benefit in some way. And in terms of internal family systems, all protectors, which includes the inner critic part, are protecting much younger, wounded, exiled parts. So see if you can develop real compassion and care for the inner critic part that actually is trying to protect you in some way, trying to help you in some way. See if you can get a bit of space from it and observe it. And thank it even for its positive role. See if you can open your heart to this part of you with care, with curiosity. And let's just now start doing a little bit of tapping. So even though I have this inner critic part of me that says X, Y, Z, you list what it says. I love and accept myself anyway. I love and accept this part of me. I know it's just trying to protect me. And you can repeat the words that are working for you, and you can always change them as well. Even though I have this inner critic part of me that is telling me I'm not good enough, or use your own words, that's telling me I'm doing something wrong, or I've made a mistake here, or telling me I always get it wrong, I'm broken. So just being aware, what does your inner critic part say? I love and accept myself anyway, and I love and accept this part of me and the ways that it's trying to protect me in the best way it knows how. Even though I have this inner critic part of me, I'm okay. I love and accept myself anyway. And then tapping round, starting at the start of the eyebrow. This inner critic part of me. This inner critic part of me that says X, Y, Z. This inner critic part of me. See if you, as you tap round, you can develop a caring and compassionate relationship to this part. And also have an open heart for what it's trying to protect deeper inside. This inner critic part of me. This inner critic part of me. And you might explore asking this inner critic part, what would you be scared of happening if you were to relax? Or what are you trying to get from me? What's your purpose? And see if it's got anything to share with you. And you could tap then with what comes up there. So even though I have this inner critic part of me and its purpose is what it's trying to protect me from, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have this inner critic part of me, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have this inner critic part of me, I'm okay. I love and accept myself anyway. Yes, inner critic part of me is trying to protect me. It's trying to protect another part of me. This inner critic part of me. Inner critic part of me. The positive intention behind it. And you might check in with the inner critic part, what it would need in order to be able to feel safe, to relax. Does it need to know, understand, experience? What does it need tending to, perhaps, beneath its protective role? And see if anything comes up. And you can keep tapping with that. And go on a journey with your inner critic. Go gently. If anything feels too much, I'd recommend taking that to a one-to-one session to do some workarounds. And yeah, you can let me know if that's something you'd like to explore together. And I'm wishing you well, health and wholeness. And if you want to know more on my work, and you don't know my work, my website is francisgoodall.com and womenswellnesscircle.com. And there's also free supportive resources you can sign up for by signing up for those email lists on the websites, which is my name, Francis Goodall. And Women's Wellness Circle, you'll also find that information below this video. Okay, wishing you well.